In 1988, Interplay released Wasteland, one of the earliest post-apocalyptic RPGs that saw mainstream success. EA wouldn't allow them to create a sequel, and after work on a spiritual successor hit a snag, they created the Special System. Tim Kaine, a programmer at Interplay, successfully fended off attempts to change their new title, leading to Fallout, a post-nuclear role-playing game being released on September 30th, 1997. Fallout was an isometric turn-based RPG that took place after a nuclear war devastated the United States. It took the clutter of a tabletop RPG like Dungeons & Dragons and condensed it down into a sleek user interface with the Pip-Boy 2000. The player, on their quest to track down a water chip for their vault, encounters mutated creatures like super mutants, ghouls, and radroaches, while also befriending people who can accompany him, solving problems for local settlements, and dealing with the mutated human playing god known as the Master. Fallout, despite being viewed as one of the best RPGs in years, didn't sell all that well. Black Isle Studios, a division within Interplay, had very little time to make a sequel. Key members of the team even left mid-development. Fallout 2 released 1 year to the day after Fallout 1, on September 30th, 1998. The Chosen One, a descendant of the Fallout 1 playable character, must save their community of Arroyo from the remains of the United States government, calling themselves the Enclave. Fallout 2 also took the absurdities and cultural references of Fallout 1 and cranked them up to 11. The rushed development led to many bugs, but that didn't stop Fallout 2 from being more successful than Fallout 1 in every way, selling more copies and getting higher scores in reviews. With the success of Fallout 2, Interplay wanted to create another Fallout, but Black Isle Studios did not. This led to Interplay contacting Microforte Studios to develop Fallout Tactics: Brotherhood of Steel, a more strategic take on Fallout. In Tactics, the player takes the role of a Brotherhood initiate who must deal with the Calculator, a rogue AI that has been sending robots out into the wasteland. The biggest criticisms with Tactics was that it was not a full-fledged RPG like the two games that came before it. Interplay, now owned by Titus Interactive, were instructed to get into the console gaming market, which they did with Fallout: Brotherhood of Steel, a hack-and-slash game for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. A Brotherhood paladin has gone missing, and it's the job of the player character to track them down. Simply put, Brotherhood of Steel is the black sheep of the Fallout franchise. It was not good. After several years of lackluster sales, Interplay began to crumble. To save themselves, they sold the rights to Fallout to Bethesda Game Studios. Once work on Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion completed, Bethesda began development of their first foray into the Fallout world. Fallout 3 released on October 28, 2008. In Fallout 3, you are tasked with tracking down your father, who escaped Vault 101 to follow his dream of giving the capital wasteland a reliable source of clean water. To say that Fallout 3 was a success compared to the other games would be an understatement. It sold more than 4 million copies by the end of October 2008 and is still viewed as one of the best RPGs of all time. Bethesda, happy with Fallout 3, returned to their other RPG series, The Elder Scrolls. As they worked on other games, they contacted Obsidian Entertainment to start production on another Fallout game. Several Obsidian employees had worked on Fallout games in the past when they were a part of Black Isle Studios. They released Fallout New Vegas on October 19th, 2010. It tells a simpler tale than Fallout 3. A man shot you in the head, you try to find him to extract revenge, and get involved in a large military conflict along the way. In many respects, New Vegas was the Fallout 2 to Fallout 3's Fallout 1. Many viewed it as being the best entry in the Fallout franchise to date. When Bethesda were working on Fallout 3, the iPhone's App Store emerged as a new way to play games on the go. Their original idea was a portable version of Fallout 3, but over time it changed and evolved into Fallout Shelter, a free game where you are an overseer of your vault. You must keep your dwellers happy, manage resources, defend against hostile enemies like raiders and deathclaws, and more. It got good reviews, with most reviewers praising it for not requiring an internet connection and for not being a grindy mess like many other similar games. Before Bethesda finished Skyrim, they began discussing ideas for a follow-up to Fallout 3. There were a few leaks and even a fake website that fans fell for. Nevertheless, Fallout 4 was revealed on June 3, 2015, along with several big changes to the series. Weapons and armor were now much more customizable. There were Radiant quests to increase replayability, but the biggest was that the game featured a voiced protagonist, a first for the series. Fallout 4 is something of an inverse to Fallout 3. Instead of looking for your father, you're looking for your son, and you get tangled up in a battle for the future of the Commonwealth in the process. Some weren't too keen on the idea of a voiced protagonist. Despite that, Fallout 4 became Bethesda's most successful game of all time. That leads us to today, June 9th, 2018. Bethesda has announced a new Fallout game, Fallout 76. We're days away from its reveal. Speculation and rumors are running wild, but one thing's for sure. Patrolling the Mojave Wasteland almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. And that's gonna do it for this video about the history of the Fallout franchise in 5 minutes or less. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything, leave a like. Leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video or didn't learn anything. Follow me on Twitter at Mitten Squad. I have a Patreon, you could give me money on there. My name is Paul of Mitten Squad. Have a wonderful day.